And we've got 1:18 left in the opening quarter. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, when Gobert has the ball, it just seems like defenders are plastered to it.
That free throw, no good. Stan, Rudy Gobert, he can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, BA. And he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Gobert is doubled. Pass to Edwards. Randall on the screen. Now Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 2. Minnesota again missing. And here's Kuminga. Tipped. Down low. Here's Johnson.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 10. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnover.
Back to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Here he goes. And here's Kuminga for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They've led by as many as 14. Out to the right wing. Back to Tsumu. It's stolen by Okongwu. And now the Hawks on the break. Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
Now here's McDaniels. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Shot's good by McCollum.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Pass to Randall. Outside McDaniels. Back to Randall. Lots of room. And that one's good. And that's 12 points for Julius Randle. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. From the arc. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots. Here's Johnson. Okongwu. It's good on the putback. And it's now only a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
Left side, Alexander Walker. On the take. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Randall, right side. DeSumo on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Edwards. 5 points in the game. Oh, misses the dunk. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's lethal from that three-point line. The defense must guard McCollum better than this.
There's no question about the skill level of C.J. McCollum, a long-time NBA star, Stan.
Well, look, at this point, it's just muscle memory for him. From so many spots on the floor, B.A., one of the things that impresses me the most is how he scores against good people.
Pass to Edwards. DeSumo for 3. Okongwu with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Here's McDaniels. To win the cold spell. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Inside. Pass to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. Hield from outside. That shot missing. Right side, Edwards. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
24.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Pass to Alexander Walker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Hield for 3. The putback. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
DeSumo with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Randall. There's 5 to shoot. And it's Randall with the jam.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Brian?
Has him bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. A slam dunk by Reed.
That's what Reed brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
Cancel the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Minnesota making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
The Hawks trailing. And here's Vincent. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Yep, that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, as a scorer, that's where Anderson likes to operate. He has a lot of tricks in him.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to Reed. He deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Vincent outside. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with a rebound. Left side Highland to the paint. Reed, good.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
And that one, good.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Kicks it out to Clark. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Reed. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Landale. And Atlanta with possession here. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. For the lead. Vincent can't hit. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Pass to Highland. Outside Reed. Jacks up a 3. That shot off the mark. Now the Hawks with it. Trailing by 2.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Highland attacks. Inside. Reed can't hit. On the wing, Ricochet. No points yet. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. Knocked away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
Here's Landale. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
He had a huge height advantage there and did not mess around.
Shannon's shot is off. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Vincent. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's a screen. Now here's Hield. Gets the 3 ball to go. Hield's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is his shot. The defense must chase Hield off that three-point line. They must have fallen asleep defensively. How else do you explain an easy dunk right off the inbounds pass?
And that one misses. The 3 from Ricochet. No good there. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Atlanta on top. They're up by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Pass to DeSumo. Left side, McDaniels. On the push, here comes Atlanta. Hield from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Here's Gobert. The rebound by Atlanta. Randall with a steal. Strong drive by Edwards. DeSumo outside. Picked by Gobert. It's stolen away. Outside Kuminga. It's tipped. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Risacher. From outside, off the mark.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Oh, got a piece of it. McDaniels with a steal. Open shot by Edwards. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
Vincent outside. Healed on the wing. Takes the three. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Sideline. Let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Allie, thank you. Now McDaniels. Gobert inside. Here's McDaniels. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Okongwu outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Edwards looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony Edwards rips it down.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch key.
Now Johnson. Randall rips down the board. Here's Gobert. It's stolen by Kuminga. Now McCollum. Now Okongwu. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. McCollum with a steal. 19-footer is good.
Welcoming the chance to take important shots. McCollum knows his teammates and coaches. They trust his judgment. They did right there.
DeSumo with it. McCollum covering. McDaniels outside. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game. The Hawks leading. McCollum outside.
Well, McCollum has a way of causing trouble in there. Very crafty.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's off as well, so he misses both. So it's Minnesota now. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Okongwu. Oh, the drop pass, and he dumps it down.
Can't ask for a better look when they needed it most. Using his height advantage inside.
McDaniels outside. Randall on the screen. DeSumo left side. Clock at 6. Now Edwards. Oh, can't hit the jumper. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a three-point lead. And Chris Finch has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Edwards. Randall deciding where to go with it. And Jock Landale gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. And this...
We'll see the defending world champion Oklahoma City Thunder facing the Houston Rockets. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Fans have been waiting for this one, Tim. Always fun to see the marquee names go head-to-head.
Well, it's exciting to see these guys out here for sure. You want to test yourself against the very best that this league has to offer. That's what we're going to get. It's time to see how they stack up.
You always want to measure yourself, don't you? Where you are individually and as a team, am I correct?
No question about it.
Now here's Williams. Left side, SGA. Here's Holmgren. Some solid defense there from KD. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. And he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. The kick out to Williams. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he hits the jumper for 2.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all 3 levels.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. KD with it. He's got 9. And Houston again with the bucket.
And KD just keeps coming at you with that jumper. There isn't anything you can do except hope he goes cold.
A wide open look here for Caruso. Drains the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's KD. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside Williams. Outside Dort.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Pass GA, no good.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
A nice shot by KD.
There's no limit to what KD can do scoring the basketball.
Outside Williams. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Tim, how in the world did Jalen Williams fall into the Thunder's lap with the 12th pick back in that 2022 draft?
Well, Kevin, he played at a mid-major, so he was a bit of a late bloomer. A lot of people saw him as high floor, low ceiling type, and he was an awful fast riser as the draft got here, but still a steal in that late lottery.
And what a smart pick by that organization, huh? My goodness.
They seem to always get it right.
They do. And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Now, here's Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Again, Oklahoma City. Rockets leading by 5. Thompson up top. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. High post, KD. Caruso grabs the miss. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Outside, Dort. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Caruso, no good.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
And the rejection by Holmgren. They retain possession. Second chance shot. And Durant finishes inside. KD's got 15.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Rockets lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Kevin, back to you.
That's certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Williams, high post. Stolen by Durant. Caruso with the steal. From outside the arc. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
3 points.
Caruso's got 8.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Pass to Smith. Houston moving it around. Lock at 6. Here's Durant. It's Durant on the wing. And the 3 off target. Thunder trailing by 6. Back to SGA. Pulls it from 20. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And here's KD for 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Houston leading by 6. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And it's now 22 points for Kevin Durant. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Pass to SGA. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. To the inside. Holmgren. Makes it off the glass.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
The wide open look for Durant. Drains it from beyond the arc. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for Houston.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Over in the corner, Williams. Back to SGA. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a switch here. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. And here's KD for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
High post, KD. Overlook, what a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Williams with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Left side, Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. The rebound by KD. Houston leading by 10. Outside Holiday. Rebound by Williams. So it's the Thunder now. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks. The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Guys?
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats, arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one.
Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pass to Williams. And stolen by Şengün. Durant finishing it off in transition.
Great anticipation by Şengün, which he quickly turns into a fast break.
Outside Williams. Back to SGA. Outside Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wallace. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
And Durant gets double teamed. Houston moving the ball around. Durant gets it done inside.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
KD comes with the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Now here's Van Vliet. Still without a basket. Durant inside.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. So, Tim, I'm sure it's hard to pick one, but who would you call the most underrated player right now in the NBA?
I think it's Pascal Siakam, and I have felt that way for a few years. I just think you're talking about someone who has great energy, plays both ends of the floor, and is a matchup nightmare because of his versatility.
And began kind of in oblivion. He had to play some time in the G League and work his way up.
Became the most improved player in this league.
Here's Durant, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Back to Durant, inside, and taken away by Wallace. Mitchell in the corner, to the middle. Pass to Holmgren, and stolen by Şengün. No good from Durant. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Dort. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Lift off for Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
Mitchell with it. Picked up by Shepherd. To the paint. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Assist foul.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the outs, Greg, yeah. Showing off the bunny. Outside Durant. They set the pick. Releases. Thunder with the rebound.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. The Rockets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one. That free throw good from Shepard.
You really like the intensity and focus Shepard brings to both ends of the floor.
Outside, Dort. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Holiday. Durant drives in. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness.
44.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Rockets leading by 12. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Here's Smith. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Durant for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Thompson. Shot on the wing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Over Thompson. Off the left rim and out. Here's Houston now. And finished off by Petey.
When you look at Durant, using that long stride to stay out ahead on the break.
It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. Rockets running again. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. Durant's got 16 here in the second half. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And playing up tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Oh, here comes Williams all alone. It's tipped and stolen by Thompson. Oh, what a play inside.
He's been carrying the load on offense in this one, and he might as well keep looking for his shot the way he's been going.
Williams. Growing up in Arizona, Jalen Williams, Jim, was not an elite prospect.
Well, most stars in this league were blue-chip recruits coming out of high school. But Kevin, not Williams. He spent 3 years in college developing his game, and he has worked his way into an all-star.
So we've seen the NBA, Tim, embrace analytics more and more over time. That's something you caught on to early in your career.
Well, there is no doubt, Kevin, that they're starting to go more to the analytics. The eye test is really important when you look at just what makes good basketball. But the numbers sometimes can tell you things you didn't even realize as a coaching staff.
As a broadcaster, what numbers do you look at normally right off the top? What things are telltales for you?
One thing that I really look at as opposed to individual plus-minus, give me that group of 5 plus-minus. That way I know which units are really getting it done together.
Oh, I love that. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Van Vliet, right side. They double team KD. 5 on the clock. Outside Van Vliet. Durant with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Durant. It's stolen by SGA.
Perfect timing. Gets into the passing lane, and then he's off the other way.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Caruso. Just 5 to shoot.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Rockets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
The assist, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Durant. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. KD's got 52 points.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort